This is my first art fight attack. This is Mako the Knight. The character is from one of my closest friends, Nyx, but in her art fight profile, she's going by BUGBITES. So please go attack her. I'm drawing more attention to her so you guys can go get her. Now, this is me just putting in all the poses, fixing the anatomy and everything. I have a love-hate relationship with it. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I oftentimes, like, throughout the entire time I've been drawing this character, I had to take breaks because one, the work that I do gets me really sore in the arms and I need breaks. So I'm constantly like getting off on it, getting back up, this and that. And basically this took me a little longer than it should have. This drawing took me almost 5 hours in total, not just like adding my break times. If I added my break times, it would have been 24 hours. So this part, I'm finding out where her rib cage is. I know it's really sped up, so I might be a little bit delayed. It's okay. Basically, finding where her rib cage is so I could put in where her chest plate, so I don't get the anatomy wrong, because oftentimes I do, and I'll recognize it last second when the drawing is already finished. So putting in the chest plate, figuring out where her, I don't know, her little side leg armor is falling. I want it to flow perfectly, but I also want it to be sharp too. So I'm adding a bunch of sharp edges. I'm adding different colors so that I know where everything is, because if I have everything in red or black, I will not see it and I will miss it. I resized the character so that I could put a full body in. I want to keep doing full body so I could get more points out of it, but I also, it's just hard to put in an actual pose too, because like most of the time, actually not most of the time, all of the time, I'm not using a reference. This is mostly just off the dome, like everything else is, apart from the character, of course. Like I'm looking at the character reference so that I don't mess anything up. Now for the armor on her arm, I did not know how to draw armor that well, so this is just me putting it on the side so I could figure out the design. I ended up changing it later on, you guys will see, and this is me positioning her arm so that it doesn't look weird or too long or too short, you know what I mean? And then yeah, you can see me changing it now. Yeah, and then since this drawing is 5 hours long, I will be jumping around a lot because making I don't even know how long of a video on one attack is a lot. So I am just gonna like skip through and just explain what I'm doing in each part instead of just waiting for the entire part to finish. So yeah. This is me trying to figure out where the robe goes. I'm kind of just experimenting, seeing what I like. I also want the sword to be in view. And then this is me putting a design off to the side because it's a really fine design and I need space for that. So yeah, you can see me adjusting it right there. I didn't like where the tail was because it wasn't fluid enough, so I decided to adjust it to make it like wrap around her almost, like a like a ribbon. I wanted to look like a ribbon around her. Thank God I copied and pasted the cross because I needed it, and that's kind of just me warping it around so that it looks like it's fabric and bending around it, and then cleaning up the colors so that it's all black and it's a sketch. I did clean it beforehand too. I think I'm kind of cleaning it now with the sword and everything. With the background, I purposely made it gray so that I could see all the colors and fill it in easily, because obviously with lighter color tones, it would be harder to look at with a white background, as you can see. This is it with all the colors. I don't know why I made the background red as like a background color, but you know what? I guess we're rolling with it. But yeah, this is the rendering process for the hair. Also a love-hate relationship, not gonna lie. And then I'm doing the skin, doing less saturated colors first, and then doing the eyes. I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to the rendering process. Now, when it comes to metal, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to shading it. So this is just me freeballing it low-key. I don't know what I was doing in this. Even now when I'm seeing it, I don't know what I'm doing. But it looks like it's working because it looks like metal, right guys? Right, I think so. But I did skip through the entire rendering process because it'll take another hour for me to edit this, and again, I don't want this video to be terribly long. So this is what it looks like fully rendered. Now this is the very last step for me, the filter part. Basically just finding the shading, well, adding more shading actually, putting final touches and everything, making sure it looks nice, making sure it looks good. I am not going to put a background because it'll take me extra longer, and I'm not really good at making backgrounds. So yeah, final product, tell me what you guys think. I think I did a pretty good job. I try to purposely make it messy so that it adds to her feisty side, because in the reference sheet she included her personality, and I wanted to add like the sassiness to it. So yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments, and thank you for watching.